Happy Monday, everybody. I wanted to share something with y'all. I saw this guy talking about the Montauk Project. And I'm into some wild stuff. I'm gonna be totally real with you. Okay. I love all the weird and wild and sci-fi level stuff that goes on in this earth, and it's fascinating. It just is. That's why I study the NDE and OBE world. That's near death experience and out of body experience for those who are not familiar. Near death experiencers who have actually literally died and come back to talk about what they've seen on the other side, and same with the out of body experience. So, this particular interview I saw recently, this guy had some pretty intense information coming through around his childhood and what he went through with the Montauk Project, which is now very much disclosed. The government has disclosed that they did have this project and that these kids went through this. I'm pretty sure it's all kind of out there, at least what I've heard. So at the end of the interview, the lady says, "Is there a hopeful message that you'd like to give?" Basically, like, this has been, pretty intense, deep shit. Anything fun and, hopeful for the audience. And you know what he said? That forgiveness is absolutely the key to the freedom in your heart and in your mind. If he wasn't able to have forgiven the people that were involved in what he went through, he would have unalived himself by now. And many have that were a part of that program, actually. So he's spitting truth. I'm telling you, this key to freedom is all about forgiveness, actually. I mean, even if it's revision, you're forgiving the version of the story and renewing it in your mind, which is a form of forgiveness. I can't reiterate this enough. I even have a video on radical forgiveness on my YouTube channel that I would suggest that you look at, because I describe the kind of level of forgiveness that I'm into and have been for many years. And it's helped me in so many ways. I'm not saying that I'm in any way, shape, or form perfect at this, but I will say that the experience I've had from like being a very regular practitioner of forgiveness and revision and all of these rearranging of the storylines is that my joy, my peace, my ability to hold space and listen versus just have the chatter of the mind going all the time, has increased exponentially. And I live, like I've said, about 80% of the time in a state of peace and ease versus monkey mind and dis-ease and unrest and anxiety and stress and all that stuff, right? So I plant the seed for you because whatever story that you've been telling yourself for many, many years can be rewritten if you choose. You're the operant power when it comes to how you respond, how you react to things, what you arrange in the mind around judgment. Like we've talked about, what you judge is what you attract more of. So when you're looping an old story that is around judging someone or, um, seeing them a certain way, it blocks your ability to experience unconditional love, because you cannot have unconditional love with a judgment. There's no way. That's not how Source operates. And I know that we all have some degree of judgment. I'm not saying I'm excluded from that. I'm saying that I work on it. I'm saying that I'm encouraging others to work on it, because from what I've experienced just so far in my life, and I'm I'm no, like, let me see how I can put this. I'm coming up on half a century next year. And so I've been around, I guess, the turns of the sun enough to know that what I experienced as a younger version of myself, and I mean just the amount of times around the sun, not in my mind. In my mind, I'm like 25, y'all, so get used to that. But for what I've experienced in those years versus what I've experienced since giving full attention to forgiveness, actually, it's like always in my mind to just let go, let go, let go, forgive, forgive, forgive. When I started doing that, the there is no price tag. It is absolutely priceless what I have felt. And I would not change it for the world because it is by far the most love I've experienced, the most harmony I've experienced. And you just want to it's something you just want to rub on somebody and give, but it's an inner journey. It's up to each and every one of us individually to do it. So this is my encouragement for you to look at forgiveness in a new way, to go look at my video, Radical Forgiveness, on my YouTube channel, because I explain a little bit more about what I see forgiveness as. And according to like the studies I've done with the Course in Miracles, where Christ came through back in the 60s or 50s, and how that has changed the paradigm of my life. I think it's key, and I hope that you'll see it too. I love you.